first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. There is a live look there at downtown Portland from our Shriners cam. It looks pretty nice out there, so I imagine there's some people out enjoying that weather, but we appreciate you joining us as well. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom every weekday starting around 1 p.m., going throughout the afternoon, covering a wide range of topics. And sometimes we even leave the studio and actually go out and check out some things around the area. And this is one of those cases for today. We went out to take a look at the Peculiarium, which is located in Northwest Portland off of Thurman and 22nd-ish, right in there. And this is a place that's been around since 2011. The sign may say 1965 or 1977, depends on what you look at. But around 2011 is when it started, and that was started by Lisa and Mike. And they are two of the people that we went out and talked to. We got to find out the history of this place. It really is one of those quintessential places for the Keep Portland Weird idea. This is that, and they do a great job of keeping that going. All kinds of strange and, quite frankly, peculiar items in there. We do a tour of the place. We find out the history of it, all kinds of stuff. So let's go to it right now. We start off with Lisa, one of the co-owners here at the Peculiarium. Lisa, thank you so much for having us down here. I want to know everything. I mean, there's too much to know. I can't know everything in this, but I would love to know some of the origin story here of how this all got started.
Of course. Well, in 2010, my partner Mike and I thought we would get on the food truck craze, and we were just getting going on that, getting all these ideas, and then we realized we were in our late 40s and didn't want to sit in a tin can all day. Then we found this place was vacant, and then it just took off from there. We love sci-fi, we love horror, we love pop culture, all the fun stuff, and we just brought our collection in, and then it grew. And then people said, hey, I got some stuff in my attic. Do you have space for this? Do you want this? And we're like, yeah, bring it, bring it, bring it.
So people just kept dropping stuff off to you?
Yes.
So, I mean, that's a pretty big transition, though, going from food carts to this.
It was huge.
So you get this open. Like, what was the first reaction from people when you told them what it was you were going to be doing?
Oh, they felt sorry for us, really. They're like, what are you doing? And do you have a backup plan? Because I don't know. And, we just stuck with it. And 13 years later, here we are.
13 years later, still here. Still lots of stuff. We just got here, and it sounds like you were bringing in more things.
Yeah, just today.
So when it came to this, you had some of your own stuff. You said people started giving you things, but there is so much in here. Is that generally where it comes from? Is people are donating to you or giving it to you, or do you go out and acquire it?
We go to yard sales, estate sales. We travel everywhere for stuff, even Europe a couple of times to get some odd things. But we also have a manufacturing section too, so we make a lot of our things. We've made all of our props, all of our interactive sets and things. We built those.
Wow. So this is all stuff that you've come up with, these concepts, you put those together.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of the inspiration, that you look for when you're going through here, when you're putting this together.
Well, Mike and I are old enough to remember the roadside attractions up and down the West Coast.
Yes.
And we loved those as kids so much that we just wanted to capture some of that, and also capture some of old Portland. I mean, the Church of Elvis, that was a big influence for us. Things like that, where, the artists just did their thing.
Right.
Yeah.
The classic Keep Portland Weird,
exactly.
that style. And this definitely has that vibe to it, 100%.
Thank you.
How does it feel for you to be able to do that, to have people come in and discover something and keep that piece of Portland going?
That's what gets me up every morning.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we love about it the most. It's really, really fun to watch people come out of here laughing and smiling and saying, this was really awesome. And, whether it's a tourist from Minnesota or whether they live down the street and never knew this was here, that reaction is what we live for.
Well, for everybody out there who's watching this, what would you say to somebody who's never been to anything like this to encourage them to come down and check it out?
Oh gosh. Be prepared to be surprised. Don't be prepared to be scared. A lot of people come in thinking they're going to get scared and jump scares and things, and we don't do that. This is more like kitschy roadside attraction, super fun, super funny. If you read some of the signs, you'll crack up. There's hidden charms everywhere here. So just come in and be ready to have a good time.
That's exactly it. All right, well, let's go check out some of what we have right in here.
Let's go.
And Lisa's gone. She disappeared somewhere in here, but I am here with Mike now. Hello, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. We learned about how this all got started. We learned, just about how you've been collecting these things. Now I want to see some of the collection.
This is what you're here for.
There is so much to see in here, like every single square inch.
Yeah, well, we ran out of space, so we just have to go up. This is an homage and just a recap of some of the Portland animation. Obviously, it's really big with Laika and Shadow Machine and all those movies, but a lot of people don't know that a lot of it started with Will Vinton and the claymation and California Raisins. And I was lucky enough to work there, so I was able to call to some friends, and so we were able to bring all this stuff together and just remind people that Portland has an incredible, long, storied history of animation that goes back. Claymation started here. I mean, it was copyrighted here, so.
California Raisins.
Yes, it comes right here, and that actually was 5 blocks over there. So we are in the hub of where animation started. So we just want people to remember it's like it's been here a long time, and it started here.
Yeah, I mean, Will Vinton, right there.
Yeah. All the stuff that's made here, even though these are just all purchased, this is one of my all-time favorites. It's just a collection of movie cars. Which is another thing. A lot of these things probably go back to people's childhoods, but these are the kind of thing that really got me enraptured. So we have cars going back to the 50s, the Batmobile, Herbie, the Shagwire, so it's just a collection of movie cars that I think everyone, and a lot of people my age come and fawn over this.
I mean, this is really amazing memorabilia here, too. I mean, this is something that, it's got to bring back that nostalgia.
Oh, it totally
factor.
does.
I mean, and just looking, as we're going through it, I mean, there's so much to look at. People can spend
we cram it in there. And
hours and hours.
everything is so electronic now, you don't have that many things to get involved with.
Yeah.
But this does both. You get to physically lay down and do something weird, plus you get your little digital thing simultaneously.
Yeah.
So obviously it has the appeal. But I think that this place has a lot of tactical appeal that you're not going to get from your phone.
Yeah.
And obviously it's been working for us. A lot of people get to come in here and see stuff they haven't seen before.
Some crazy, ridiculous
Yes, so
things.
this is a masterpiece from special effects legend Chris Wellins, who, lucky for us, lives here in Portland. He did if you saw any movies in the 80s, he worked on it. He worked on Airplane, he designed the original Gremlins.
Oh, wow.
And he is the nicest guy in the world, and he just made this for fun. This is paper mache. This is Wilbur Watley. It's from an H.P. Lovecraft story, and he was kind enough to loan us his creatures. And as 10-year-old Mike, if I had said, wow, I can email Chris Wellins, I would have just swooned. I mean, he's a legend.
Yeah.
So that we've been able to generate that kind of respect from someone like that, I mean, that's the kind of thing that it's beyond money, beyond anything as well.
Right.
I can talk to somebody that I never dreamed I would be able to meet.
Who respects you and
and lets us use his art. So another donation over here, which somebody donated. So this is Anubis, the Egyptian god of the dead and embalming and cemeteries. And this was actually donated by a woman. This was a prop from Grimm that filmed here in Portland, I can't remember exactly. And she bought it at an auction, and then she's like, what am I gonna do with this thing? So she donated it to us, and then we put it in here and made it into a real crypt for the Egyptian god.
That's incredible too. And again, somebody got that and then thought of you.
Right, yeah, and that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And we've had people just drop off stuff and it's like, be sure to leave your name, and they don't. And I can't even tell you where the thing came from. But like, if we promise we're not gonna sell it, we're not gonna sell it. It's here forever.
Has there ever been anything that's too weird?
Yeah, there have been some things.
Probably some things you can't talk about. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of things that are wonderful, but they're not peculiar. Like when we first started this, we were like, well, what does that mean? And then as time went on, we started to realize a nice painting or a nice watercolor, well, that's beautiful, but it's not peculiar.
Yeah.
An aircraft carrier with a unicorn on the deck, well, that's pretty peculiar, you know, and it sort of defined itself that we easily became, you know, aware of. That is nice, but that's just straight whatever. It's not necessarily peculiar. So this is an actual collection of documents from a UFO cult here in Portland, starting in the 50s to about the 90s. And Reclaim It, the store over on Killingsworth that gets from the dump, saved this from the dump and donated it to us.
These are their journals?
Yes, everything. It's like, here's all the people who signed up to join the cult.
Oh, wow.
This gets very, very strange and dark, and people signing over their powers of attorney to this guy. I mean, this is a big deal.
This is full-on cult stuff.
Again, that's another thing that's like, well, there's some funny stuff in here, and then there's some serious stuff in here, too.
But we've been talking about, and we've got a...
Oh, right. We have, of course, Robert, our... Here, hold real still here. Let me just start him up. There we go. Ready? And all right, there he is. Oh, here he comes. All right, there he is. All right, he's up. Just got to knock the dust out.
So this is Robert.
Robert. Yes, Robert. He was named by the first human that he met, a little boy down at, what was that? That was Winter Lights, like 3 years ago. He's from another planet. He's not a robot. He's an alien, but he does have to wear a biosuit that he can, so he can breathe in our atmosphere. And he's just here to meet people and dance, because dancing is not allowed on his planet. It's kind of like an intergalactic kind of footloose thing.
It makes total sense.
Yeah. This is another interactive thing. You want to go try it?
Yeah, I think I kind of have
direct
to.
You so it looks good. So we've turned the tables on autopsying on the alien, and instead we autopsy on you. The aliens are autopsying on you. There you go. Stand up nice and straight. Even now, walk forward and try to look down at your fake toes. That looks best. There you go. Oh, just here. Let me just adjust this. Oh, this is that itchy? Let me scratch it. Is that good? Is that good? Oh, yeah. Nothing worse than an itch you can't scratch. Okay, there you go.
All right, as we mentioned, we could spend hours in here because there is so much to look at. It's so awesome. You know, what you've curated here, what you have going on, all of it. But we want to let people know, you know, when, where, and how they can come down here and check everything out themselves.
Oh, okay. Well, it is open every single day. After Thanksgiving, it'll be open from 11 to 6 p.m. and Tuesdays are our cheap day. And if you bring a pet, the pet gets in free. And if you wear a decent costume, you get in free too.
Hey, there we go. All right, pets can come in too.
Yes, oh, absolutely. Yes, well-behaved pets.
Well-behaved
We're
pets.
hoping for someone to bring in a monkey. We've yet to see like a little capuchin monkey. Bring in a capuchin monkey and you get a free T-shirt.
There it is. There's the challenge right there.
I want to meet a monkey.
A monkey.
Or a sloth. Sloth would be cool.
You know, a monkey or a sloth, but if you're a human, you can still come down as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds like. So there we go. The Peculiarium right here in Portland, an original. This is really awesome. Thanks for having us here.
Thank you so much for coming down here. We so appreciate it.
Huge thank you to them for having us down there. You know, obviously that is a lot of fun to go check out everything that they have happening there. And again, something that would be a good showcase if you have somebody coming in from out of town, from out of Portland. You know, you want to show them something very Portland original. The Peculiarium would be one of those things. And you can check out everything at thepeculiarium.com. And yeah, thanks for joining us on that. Big thanks to Anne-Marie for shooting that and filming that and editing it after the fact. So that's part of the fun thing with this show is we do get to get out into the wild every now and then, but also we are here live streaming every weekday. So we're here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, which is what you see behind me. We start around 1 p.m. We go throughout the afternoon and we cover a wide range of topics. Sometimes it's going to check out places like that. Sometimes it's breaking news. It really could be a lot. And I feel I want to recommend and encourage you to feel free to email fox12now@kptv.com. That's fox12now@kptv.com. If you have a suggestion for a segment, maybe you saw something on one of our other news shows, you want to find out some more from the reporter that was covering that, and we can go a little bit more in depth on this show. That's an example of something that could be. Maybe there's something you think should be showcased. Whatever it is, feel free to send us an email, but thanks for joining us. And you can watch all of our segments on the YouTube channel for Fox 12 Oregon, under the Fox 12 Now tab, and go to kptv.com, of course, the Fox 12 Oregon app. So lots of ways to find that. We are here throughout the afternoon, so I will be back. So whatever platform you're on, Thanks for finding us. Whether it's live or not, we appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon with more. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.